Yes, sir. What's up, guys? It's your boy Jalen back with another video. And in this video, we're going to talk about what to expect from the Knicks in 2021. So, in this video, I'm going to cover four topics. I'm going to cover the Knicks restricted free agents, unrestricted free agents. I'm going to cover the Knicks free agency strategy. I'm going to cover the Knicks draft strategy. And I'm going to cover some potential trade rumors regarding the Knicks. So, by the end of this video, you guys will know who they're going to keep and who they're going to let go on the team. You guys are going to know who they're targeting in free agency. You guys are going to know who they're targeting in the draft. And you guys are going to know some potential trades for Chris Paul and Russell Westbrook. So before I get into the video, make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to grow this channel. Each like and each subscriber helps me to grow this channel. I've been getting a lot of good feedback on these NBA videos lately, so as long as you guys keep supporting, I'll keep dropping these videos. As you guys can see, I got the green screen behind me. Don't pay attention to that. That's for some other videos I'm going to do later in the future. So without any more delay, I've been following the NBA for 2 decades now. I spent the last hour doing research on the Knicks offseason plans, so let's get straight into it. So first topic of the four that we're going to start talking about is who the Knicks are planning to keep and who they're planning to let go on the team. So in regards to unrestricted free agents, there's no unrestricted free agents on the team. Restricted free agents, there's Damian Dotson, Jared Harper, and Ivan Rabb. So in regards to Dotson, the Knicks are probably going to let Dotson go because there's going to be a pretty big market for him in free agency. A lot of teams will probably be looking to offer him contracts worth $5 million or more per year. And I don't think that's something the Knicks are willing to match, especially when they're probably going to address the guard position in the draft and in the trade market. So they'll probably let Dotson walk. They'll probably let Ivan Rabb walk, and they're probably going to re-sign Jared Harper to a minimum deal. So in regards to team options, the Knicks have Bobby Portis, Theo Pinson, and Mitchell Robinson. They're going to pick up Mitchell Robinson option. They're going to pick up, they're actually not going to pick up Bobby Portis option. They're going to let Bobby Portis walk unless they decide to use Portis for a trade deal in the future, which I'll explain later. So in regards to who they're keeping and who they're letting walk, the Knicks are going to keep Taj Gibson for Thibodeau. He used to play with Thibodeau on the Bulls. He played with him on the Minnesota Timberwolves too. So Thibodeau just likes him in regards to culture. So expect Taj Gibson to stay on the team as a vet to help Mitchell Robinson and shit like that. Expect them to keep Reggie Bullock on a small contract, maybe $4 or $5 million, just to add shooting. The Knicks need 3-point shooting just to give RJ Barrett more space to do pick and roll and Mitchell Robinson. So expect them to keep Bullock. And in terms of who they're letting walk, expect them to let Ellington walk, Peyton walk, Harkless walk, Portis walk, and Dotson walk. So they're probably not going to keep those players just so they can keep the cap space and use it for other people. We're going to get into free agency next after this. So in terms of who the Knicks have under contract for next year, most of the core is under contract. Like Mitchell Robinson is under contract. Barrett is under contract. Knox is under contract. Ntilikina is under contract. Dennis Smith Jr. is under contract. Brazdeikis is under contract. As I said, they're going to re-sign Jared Harper to a minimum. They're going to re-sign Wooten to a minimum, and Julius Randle's already under contract. So now, in regards to free agency, the Knicks could have anywhere between $20 million and $40 million in cap space. And what they plan to do with that cap space right now is unclear. The Knicks front office has been very close-lipped about what they plan to do in this offseason. So I had to do a lot of digging just to even get like a little inkling about what they might do. As you guys know, the Knicks are looking at targeting Fred VanVleet. That's one of their biggest free agency priorities, is to target Fred VanVleet. And the rumor has it is that the Raptors want to retain Fred VanVleet. They're looking to offer him a contract of around 4 years, $80 million. So about $20 million per year. The Knicks can offer him way more than that. I could see the Knicks offering him a 4-year, $25 to $22 million per year deal. And if he doesn't want to stay with the Raptors, the Knicks could easily get him. That would be a great addition to the team. He's a playmaking three-point shooting point guard. He can space the floor for RJ Barrett. Let RJ Barrett do some pick and rolls with Mitchell Robinson. Then you got a guy that RJ can kick out to for the three. So I think it's a win-win. I think it's a good move for the Knicks. So yeah, in free agency, they're looking to target Fred VanVleet. Who else they're thinking about targeting is all going to depend on the draft. So if they draft a point guard, then they're going to be less likely to spend a lot of money on a point guard in the free agency. So if they draft a guy like Tyrese Halliburton, it's less likely that they're going to go after Fred VanVleet. But we'll get into the draft next. So free agency is still unclear. As more time goes on, I'll do more videos letting you guys know what the plan is in regards to free agency. But because free agency is so far down the future and the Knicks have been so close lips about it, it's hard to find any information about what their strategy really is. Now we're going to move on to the third of the four topics I'm going to cover is the draft. After the draft, we'll talk about the trade rumors. So in the draft, the Knicks have the 8th pick, the 27th pick, and the 38th pick. So the two people that they're looking to target at the 8th pick is Isaac Okoro and Tyrese Halliburton. Tyrese Halliburton is a point guard. Isaac Okoro is a wing, 6'6" wing. I think Okoro would be a great addition to the team. Gives them some versatility, a 3-and-D guy. Someone kind of like Kevin Knox, so they don't have to depend too much on Kevin Knox. They could use Kevin Knox in a trade package if they draft a guy like Okoro. And now if they draft a guy like Halliburton, that's just a great point guard who can contribute a lot of good things to a winning team. So either way, it's a win-win. Look out for the Knicks to either trade up or trade down with that pick, or trade the pick in general to get a veteran. Those are all things I'm hearing rumored. So in regards to the draft, we're going to have to take a wait-and-see approach. As I said, the Knicks are being very close-lipped. So those were the three topics. Now we're going to get into the fourth and final topic of this video, which is some potential trade rumors for Chris Paul and Russell Westbrook. So I'm going to give you guys two trade scenarios that have been rumored that the Knicks might offer for these two superstars. Let me know what you guys think of these trade scenarios. Let me know who you guys think says no to this trade. Do the Knicks say no? Do the Thunder say no? Do the Knicks say no? Or do the Rockets say no? So we're going to start with the CP3 trade. So the Knicks would trade Bobby Portis, Elfrid Payton, Kevin Knox, Frank Ntilikina, and a future first-round pick for Chris Paul. Let me know, what do you guys think about that trade? Who do you think says no? Do you think the Thunder say no, or do you think the Knicks say no? Me personally, I think that that's a trade that works for both sides. The Thunder get assets. They get a future first-round pick and a bunch of young players. And the Knicks get Chris Paul without having to give up too much. Yes, you lose Kevin Knox, but you can replace him with a guy like Isaac Okoro in the draft. So with the Chris Paul trade, who you guys think says no? Have you guys heard any other trade packages for Chris Paul? Do you think having Chris Paul on the team is a good idea? I know his age doesn't line up with like RJ Barrett and Mitchell Robinson, but he can help mentor those guys and help you guys do better next season. So that's the trade package I heard for Chris Paul. In regards for Russell Westbrook, the trade would be RJ Barrett, Dennis Smith Jr., Elfrid Payton, Wayne Ellington, Taj Gibson, and the 8th pick in this draft for Russell Westbrook. That is asking a lot for Russell Westbrook. But if you guys did get Russell Westbrook, you'd have a player who's dropping 30 points a night, like 8 assists, 8 rebounds. Like, you can't really complain about that. Russ is a great point guard. He's a one-man wrecking crew. He could definitely single-handedly get you guys to about 30 wins next year. And me personally, I expect the Knicks to win 30 or more so games next season. So we'll see what happens. I definitely think that the Knicks are going to improve because they're going to have a better coach. And the young players are going to be developed after having the whole offseason to work on their game. So yeah, who do you guys think says no to that trade? It would be RJ Barrett, Dennis Smith Jr., Elfrid Payton, Wayne Ellington, Taj Gibson, and the 8th pick for Russell Westbrook. Which trade do you guys think is more realistic? The Chris Paul trade or the Russell Westbrook trade? Let me know in the comments. Anyways, I'm not going to waste any more time with this video. Now you guys know what to expect from the Knicks in 2021. As more information comes out, I'll drop more videos for you guys. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. All right, peace.